Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka MBT, and today I am asking you to recount your trauma so I can monetize it. But first, this video is sponsored by Outplayed. The problem with my incredible Master Duel replays is despite the fact that they are perfectly performed at every step of the combo, at least 30% of the time, there's simply no way for me to consistently get them to the ravenous public that demands my blood and my content. At least, that was before Outplayed. Outplayed allows you to save your favorite gaming moments by recording your entire session in the background while you play, then allowing you to clip highlights in their easy-to-use editor. Share with your friends or share online to YouTube, Discord, or anywhere else. Best of all, it's compatible with over 300 games, including some bad ones like Master Duel and Duel Links. No matter if you're a streamer or a casual, their knowledge base and ideas portal is sure to get your creative juices flowing. Download for free using the link in my description. Today we are talking about bad beats. One of the most frustrating things in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Gathering is getting your butt handed to you by someone on a very bad deck. So today I am asking you, what are the worst decks or the jankiest brews that ever handed you a fat L? I'll start with this one. From 2016 to 2017, when I dueled viewers every single stream, there was one regular that only played Cardian. I took one game off of him ever. It didn't matter if he won or lost the die roll, he could play through and with anything and make triple light shower, for which no matter what I was playing, I had no out. This tricked me into thinking that Flower Cardian was good, up until the point where I bought it in paper and realized it was just dog shit. I've told this story before, but in YCS Portland 2019, while playing Sky Striker in Giant Card, my run was ended by Cosmo. I genuinely do not think Striker has a conventional out to any of the ships, but the second I saw this drop down, I died. Cosmo Dark Planet, not really even that good in Cosmo, but it do be negating spells. I once faced a Time Lord Enjoyer on Edo Pro with Spiral Lyrilisk. I normal drone and Special Agent, and before I was able to make double Helix, I noticed a pause on the Summon of Agent. Dude activates Celestial Transformation and summons Artifact Scythe. On resolution, they flipped Teekboo. Wow, it got worse. Ultima says, back in the day I was using a beatdown strategy, and then being battle immune on top of Sanctuary made me think he was using some kind of broken deck. I remember being frustrated I could not out his board. Did anyone ever have this moment against Cloudian? You play against it once and you're like, why is this shit legal? Marshmelon is like a $900 card. And then, you realize that they don't actually accomplish anything. During a CSM, my opponent was on a deck that I could only describe as Synchro during your opponent's turn turbo. I opened the most nuts hand in the world and lost because my opponent hop-eared into Ruddy Rose Dragon. I have so many stories of just encountering weird or janky decks, but this is the worst one I've ever lost to. I genuinely cannot decipher a win condition beyond Dragon Tribute Unga Bunga. You have a problem with Dragon Tribute Unga Bunga? Wow, this is really Dragon Tribute Unga Bunga. Holy fuck. Found out Earth Machine cannot out this card made with Astral Karibo. Woe is me for being unprepared to fight Mr. 3-turn Clock. Leprint says, for Euros, I grinded Sprite to shit. On my first session, I went on an undefeated 24-match win rate on DB, only to lose to Vendred in the least close 0-2 I've ever had in my entire life. And at the end, the guy said, oh, LOL, I didn't even realize I was dueling Leprints. That's the actual Vendred experience, right? I lost my deck out while playing Virtual World with VFD to a deck of only traps and spells. I'm talking shit like Spell Shattering Arrow and Scrap Iron Scarecrow. I've never seen this card in my life. Is this like a new card? iGas? They were printing Karakuri support in 2018? What the fuck? I was doing testing with Mystic Mind Numeron because I'm a horrible person, but I got 9-0'd by Crooked Cook Control Deck. Deck attempts to win by Crooked Cook, and if it can't, it switches to Control. I don't want to see anything like this ever again. Don't you put this on my screen. Back in Pepe format at a regional, I was X1 with Dark Law Control. I beat Cosmo, Pepe, BA. Last round on the bubble, I ended up losing 2-0 to UA because I really didn't know how the deck worked, and I bricked real hard both games. I was shocked. Don't be. I was playing UA around this time as well. Jersey stole a shitload of games that format. So I had taken a break, and I came back, but only really off and on during college. I didn't want to invest in a powerful deck like Burning Abyss on anywhere but Dueling Network, so I bought into UA, and I played it at a bunch of locals and did really well with it. This deck was fine during that format. I will never forget how often I lost to Watts in high school. I was one Quaking Mirror Force away from going DEFCON 3. No one tell Kanye. Turns out it is very hard for Rika to out a true lighted Blue Eyes. Oh, tangentially related and not something anyone will believe, but around 2013 I regularly attended the same locals as Asian Eyes. One week I 2-0'd him with Worms while he was on Mermail. I remember doming him for 5k with Tentacles plus Solidarity to steal game 2. That's so fucking funny. How does everyone have an I beat Asian Eyes story? Does he just go to locals to get styled on by weirdos?
Mom!
When I was a kid, I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Spirit Caller and had no idea what I was doing or how to make good decks. So I got stomped by Cyrus's shitty Vehicroid deck more times than I'd like to admit. That's hilarious. Losing to Fluffle at a We're not going to pretend like Fluffle's a bad deck here. This ain't Joseph Rothschild playing it. There was this craze at locals to play Frognark, and then there was this dude playing Lad Turbo with Interdimensional Matter Transporter to reset it to full negate again. I cannot put into words how hard it was to beat two Appaloosas in 2010. That's what a genius. During the first European remote YCS, I was playing VW and got 2-0'd by Charmer Magistus. I gave up and dropped the entire event. I would just quit Yu-Gi-Oh! At that point. Back when I was 9, the owner of my store was trying to push a store-exclusive selection pack that had a fake 5-headed dragon. I didn't have money, but he tried to sell me it and played me using 5-headed dragon and cheated like hell, saying it was immune to everything I did. Literally someone trying to fucking cheat a child. I was on Master Duel, but once I went up against a virtual world player who, without using their normal, made Beatrice plus Gossip Shadow. They then proceeded to use Beatrice to send Shadow Mist, search Liquid Soldier, then use them both to make Rongo Nimiad. Back in middle school, we didn't know about missing the timing. We also didn't know about 3 cards per deck. Someone came to my school one day with 15 copies of this. Lost to a guy using the Lightsworn engine to turbo out Water Dragon Cluster. What the fuck? I was 4-0 at locals one week. I lost to a player playing Barbaros Skill Drain Control. This was in Pote format. Losing to the burn effect of Dystopia twice. I've done that many times. It was so great, that format being like, and that's time in the round, and they're like, GG, and you go, FD. 2 weeks ago, I lost in finals at locals to a guy on Odd Eyes. I had zero clue what the choke points were in the deck, aside from Darkworm is good. He proceeded to Pendulum Summon Mist Valley Apex Avian and OTK'd me with this card. I've already fallen asleep. I cannot read this. When I started playing, a friend of mine really believed he was the best, so I decided to challenge him. I could do nothing when he opened with Red Eyes Fusion, burned me, and then activated 2 Inferno Fire Blast. Twice. Oh. This is a classic FTK. Oh, real heads know this one, baby. Real heads know this one. No shame in losing to a combo this cool. I will say, in some sort of sick way, it does my heart good to know that people are out here losing to bad decks. Personally, that shit wouldn't happen to me. I mean, I would never, hypothetically, lose to 80% of the decks on this list, for example. I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. She absorbing my bone through the she bone in the tower and it absorbing my soul. She absorbing my soul through my bone tower. That's close. She bone absorbing.